How free-to-play friendly is Magic Arena? We're going to go through a really quick summary of the economy to see if you can play this game for free or if you need to be spending hundreds of dollars on lots and lots of gems to be able to get what you want. We're going to see what we can compare it to and how much it might cost to play in a different way. So we're going to go through all that and more now. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go through a quick summary of the economy in a way to answer the question, how free to play friendly is Magic Arena? Because you see people asking this question online. You get some people that say the economy is just trash and you have to spend loads of money to be able to play the game effectively. And then you see other people who might be saying it's entirely free to play friendly. So we're going to break those questions down. I'm going to tell you what I think that you should do to try and get the most out of this game for as little money as possible to fit whatever budget you have. Before we get into that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future videos as well. So I've had people comment on my videos before or send me messages asking me how the mastery pass for the game compares to mastery passes for other games, telling me that other games might be better value for money. So the first question is, what can we compare Magic Arena to be able to decide if it's free to play friendly or not? Well, yeah, someone's told me that the battle pass or the mastery pass in Fortnite or Pokemon or some other online game is more generous than the mastery pass you get in Magic Arena because you get more levels or you get more resources or you don't have to spend as much time playing the game to unlock whatever bonuses you get in that game. Now, it's hard to compare Magic Arena to other games. I can't compare it to Fortnite. I can't compare it to Pokemon because I don't want to play those games right now. I want to play Magic Arena. So even if you get twice as much in Fortnite, however you would compare the value of, a deck in Magic and whatever you get in Fortnite, I don't know. It doesn't really mean much to me. It's completely irrelevant. So we can't compare Magic Arena to other games to decide if it's free to play friendly or not, unless the game is very, very similar. But even other online, trading games, trading card games, we can't really compare it to those because it's a different game. I don't want to play those games. I want to play this game. So the only thing I think we can actually compare the value of this game or the free-to-play friendliness of this game is comparing it to other ways to play the game. So you can play Magic the Gathering Online, which does cost some money. I don't play that, so I don't know exactly how much that costs, but I do know that Magic Arena is the cheaper option compared to Magic the Gathering Online. So just to compare those two to start with, Magic Arena is definitely the cheaper option there. But also the other way you might want to play Magic the Gathering is using actual cards, physical cards, and playing tabletop, meeting up with friends, going to a game store and playing games there. And if you want to play tabletop Magic, you want to play on paper, then there are lots of costs involved, right? You have to buy the cards to start with, so there's obviously that cost. Then you need to store them. You might want to buy sleeves to keep them safe. If you're going to a game store or a friend's house to play the game, you have to transport the cards. There's extra risk involved, there's extra hassle involved. There's all kinds of things that are involved financially if you want to be able to play the game properly. Now, you can get some decks for cheap. They're not going to be very competitive decks. You can play very casually for fun with some friends by paying, a few dollars, a few pounds. It doesn't have to be very much. But you can't really compete in tournaments and things with those kind of decks. You're going to have to spend quite a bit more money if you want to be able to compete in tournaments, which, by the way, you might have to pay to enter as well. So everything here costs money. Magic the Gathering tabletop on paper can be a really expensive hobby, especially if you want to buy the One Ring card or something. If we're comparing the cost of buying a deck on paper compared to unlocking it in Magic Arena, well, let's have a look at some examples. First of all, if you want to have something like a mono red aggro deck, this might cost you on paper somewhere in the region of $83 perhaps. It might not be exactly the same cards you have here, but it's basically the same kind of thing. $83 just to get the cheapest budget-friendly mono red aggro deck. Or perhaps if you like something like a Selesnya enchantment deck, it's going to cost something somewhere in the region of maybe $174 just to get a deck like this. And if you thought that was a lot, a mono black mid-range deck like this might cost you something like $414. And then something like this Esper Legends deck might cost you somewhere in the region of $531. Could you imagine paying that much in Magic Arena? And now, to be fair, I don't have all of the cards from Esper Legends because I haven't played it, but I have most of them. And I could use wildcards just to get the last ones, right? I could do. And if I wanted to, it wouldn't cost me anything. It definitely wouldn't cost me $531 to do it. So that's comparing Magic Arena to owning the physical cards. And that was only 4 specific decks we looked at a range of costs. But if you add that together, to have those 4 decks on paper could cost you over $1,200. And that's just buying the cards. That's not buying the sleeves, storing them, and everything else that comes along with every other cost that comes along with owning those cards. So let's compare what you get in Magic Arena to that huge cost of actually buying the physical cards. Well, first of all, to download Magic Arena costs you nothing. There are some games where you have to pay to get it to start with. You don't have to do that. You can just download Magic Arena and open up your account for nothing. And then you have, well, some games have monthly subscription costs you have to pay in order to play the game. We don't have that in Magic Arena either. You don't have to pay anything every month just to keep your account. It's completely free to play at the basic level. Here in Magic Arena, every single paid option is entirely optional. You don't have to pay anything at all to play the game at a decent level, to be competitive at it even, to reach mythic ranks. You don't have to pay anything. But you can if you want to, and basically it just saves you some time. It will take some time to build up a collection, or you could just throw a few $100s at the game and unlock a huge set. And then from that, you could basically just build anything you want, build any deck you want from spending $100 or a few $100s on the game. But you don't have to. All it does is save you time. If you're happy spending the time playing the game and unlocking things for free, then you don't have to pay anything at all. So let's have a look at really quickly at the things that you can unlock for free in this game, just to show you how free to play friendly I think it is. First of all, when you start the game, you get all kinds of packs for free, and there are codes that you can redeem to get extra XP and other cosmetics, as well as getting those packs from lots of other recent sets from the last couple of years. You can open loads of packs for free, and that gets your collection off to a really good start. Once you've gone through the color challenges or got to the color challenges, you get these 5 mono-color starter decks to start off with. Obviously, they're not the most amazing decks ever, but they give you a chance to play with all 5 different colors with different strategies just to get started with. And then you have these other 2-color starter decks that get added to your account as you do the new player experience. And you can see all of these 2-color starter decks here in the starter deck duel event, if you can't see them in your account to start with. And in each of these 2-color starter decks, we have 10 more decks here. There are a good number of cards that are useful in other constructed formats as well, rather than just the starter deck duel. We have things like Haughty Djinn and Tolarian Terror, which are the basis of a really good mono blue deck. If you want to know more about that mono blue deck, there will be a link in the description if you haven't seen my video on it already, explaining how that all works. But you also get other cards in here that are really good. We've got Urabrusk, which is a mythic card. We've got Chrome Host Seed Shark, which is really good in lots of different builds. And then we have other things that are staples like Lightning Strike. We've got things like Third Path Iconoclast and Rouse Reinforcements that are good in Convoke style decks. Lightning Strike's obviously great for aggro decks. Electrostatic Infantry, pretty good there too. Volcanic Spike, that's good for other red tactics. that aren't necessarily the fastest mono red, but maybe you could use that in a mono red aggro pretty well as well. And then you get like 2-color lands, the ones that gain you life, and the ones that have the basic land types as well. And this is just in one of the decks. So we've got 10 different decks here. They all include some rares and mythics and other staple commons and uncommons that you can use to build other decks with as well. So we're getting all of these cards for free, all of these decks for free, just by going through the new player experience, going through the tutorials, playing some games, and ranking up to get to the normal ranks with everyone else. And once we've unlocked those starter decks and got all those free packs, we're going to have lots of wildcards we can use to craft pretty much anything we want. Now, at the moment, I have lots of common and uncommon wildcards. I don't have very many rare and mythic rare because I keep using them building new decks, because I just like building new decks. But I've had loads of rare and mythic wildcards that I've been able to use to build all kinds of things just from opening packs. Could you imagine what it would be like if we didn't have wildcards that we can use to craft basically any card of that rarity? If we didn't have wildcards, you would just have to open packs hoping to pull out the card that you really want to get. So if you want a new rare from March of the Machine, you'd have to just keep buying March of the Machine booster packs until you pick the rare that you want. That would be terrible, right? But they could do that. That could be how the game works. But it's not. You have wildcards. You can basically get any card you want for the same cost. Cost being just that wildcard that you get anyway, just from opening packs. So it's basically free. It is free. And we can get them just by opening packs, which we can buy in the store if we want to, really, really easily. Because every day we get our quests. We get a 750 gold quest or a 500 gold quest, which is just casting certain numbers of spells. And then we get our daily wins, gold, and XP as well. So if we get a 750 gold quest and we get just 4 wins in a day, which gets another 550 gold, then we can get 1,300 gold every day. And if we only get a 500 gold quest and the 4 wins, which is the 550 gold rewards for those wins per day, that's 1,050 gold per day. And a pack is only 1,000 gold. And if we get 1,300 gold every day, obviously you don't have to play every day, but if you do, that's over 470,000 gold every year. And if you're using that gold mainly to buy packs, 470,000 gold a year is 470 packs. And that's how much we can get without paying any money on the game at all. 470 packs every year on top of all the other things we get for free. We get free packs and free gold every month just from ranking up, and to be honest, getting to platinum rank isn't really that hard. Anyone can do it. And if you want to get to diamond or mythic, where you just get 1 extra pack at each rank, it's not really worth it. You might, for the amount of time it takes to get there. If you just want to get to platinum, it's pretty easy, and you get 3 packs and 1,000 gold and some card styles that aren't worth much, but you get the packs and the gold, which is the main thing. And if you then do it in draft format, in limited format as well, that's draft. Sealed isn't ranked, so yeah, just draft events basically. You can get the same thing, more packs and more gold, just for playing the game every month. And then you get midweek magic events as well. Every single week we have an event where we can win up to 2 rare cards and a cosmetic that you might care about, but I don't. Up to 2 rare cards that we can get just from getting 2 wins in this event every week, which comes up. It's free to enter. So that's another 2 rares every week, which is 104 extra rare cards that we get in a year. Even just playing the game, we're not spending any money on this at all. And then you can take all of that gold that you've collected and gems that you're getting along the way as well, and you can enter events like drafting, and you obviously keep the cards you collect in the draft, and you win extra gems. If you can get like 5 wins in an event, you're getting 1,600 gems and 4 packs, which is more than the cost in gems of entering the event anyway. If you're entering in gems, but you can pay in gems or gold if you really want to. You can pick either one, whichever suits you best. And you can get more back than you've put in just by being good enough at the game or lucky enough at the game to get that many wins. And if you really liked the draft format and you wanted to play that in person with other people, well, drafts cost actual money to enter. In this, we're just spending the free gold that we've collected every day. And then when you've earned some gems in events, you can spend it on the Mastery Pass. And that's the best value of anything you can get in the game for anyone that's free to play. You get these packs at the top. These are the ones everyone unlocks as you go along. And then you get all these extra rewards at the bottom for paying 3,400 gems to enter the pass, to unlock the pass. And then you get 1,200 gems back. If you go along the bottom, you can see you get gems as well as draft tokens and gold and other packs and rewards from the Mastery Pass, which is so much more than the 3,400 gems you put into it. So if you play regularly, I don't see why you wouldn't want to get the Mastery Pass. It's the best thing you can spend your gems on. And then you have golden packs, which are basically the best improvement in the free-to-play economy for Magic Arena that there has been in recent years I can think of at all. Because if you wanted to improve your collection, to build a collection of cards that you can make all kinds of decks with, the best way to do it has always been entering those draft events and picking all the best rares and then using those cards to build your decks with later. But since we've had the golden packs added, where you can just buy with your gold or your gems, up to every 10 packs you buy in the store gets you an extra golden pack. So it means that now buying packs in the store is basically at least as valuable to most players as entering the draft games. There are some players that hate playing drafts. They would much rather just go and spend some gems in the store or spend some gold in the store, get their 10 packs, and for those 10 packs, we also get a golden pack that just popped up there. So yeah, now we've got a golden pack we can open as well. And the golden packs include another 6 rares or mythics from the standard legal sets that are available at the moment. So it's a great way of being able to improve your collection. And when we open those, they also add to our wild cards over here. So we're getting more wild cards, more cards. And when we open the golden packs and all these other packs, we're adding to our wild card progress over here so we can unlock extra rare or mythic wildcards when we're getting extra cards into our collection anyway. So we can get all this for free. There's loads we can get for free in this game. And you can even play Magic pretty competitively without spending any money on the game at all either. You could get to the higher ranks, you could get to Mythic just by spending more time on the game. So I don't think it's necessarily worth it in the rewards that you get, but if you want to play at that level, if you want to play a bit more competitively, you can do. You can get there without spending any money. You could even get to the point where you compete in something like the Arena Open, where you can win $2,000. You have to beat lots of people, but you could win $2,000 just for playing the game. Now, not only is it potentially not costing you anything to play at all, you could even make money from playing the game. Then you've got all of the resources you can find online that are entirely free. Somewhere like here on YouTube or Reddit or Facebook, you'll find lots of people who are willing to give you advice on how to get the most out of the economy, just like I am, and showing you how you can be successful in the game without spending any money at all. And if you want to spend money, you can, but you just don't need to. Like I said, if you want to spend money on the game, it's going to help you speed up your collection building so you can build more decks and play a variety of meta decks and expensive wildcard heavy decks a little bit earlier than you would be able to if you're not spending any money. So you can buy the Welcome Bundle for $5, you can buy the Adventurer Bundle for $15, you can get the pre-orders for each set, which generally, this is what I do now. I spend $15 on the Mastery Pass bundle, which has been a relatively new addition in the last few sets, where you only pay $15 to unlock the Mastery Pass, which is effectively buying 3,400 gems for $15. Now, if you want to buy that in the store, getting 3,400 gems would cost you $20. So basically getting a 25% discount on what's potentially the most popular offer that's in the store at the moment, and even a better rate than if you spend $100 to get 20,000 gems. We don't need to do that because we can spend as little as $15 every 3 months to get a better rate on gems. So that's what I do at the moment. It basically means that I'm spending $5 a month on the game that I love playing, that I play pretty much every day, and that I can make content on for you guys here on YouTube as well. Do I need to spend that money? No, I don't. I could save myself $5 a month, but to be honest, it's such a small cost that it doesn't really mean anything to me. I'm happy to pay that much to be able to play a game that I love playing. And to be honest, it just means that I'm able to build more varieties of decks and play around with different things. If I just wanted to play the game casually for fun, I don't need to make 100 different decks. I would probably be happy building 5 or 10 different decks and just using those every set, maybe 5 or 10 different decks. And then I don't need any more. I'd be happy unlocking my gold by just playing the games every day, getting some gems from a few events, and then buying packs whenever I need them. So that's how free-to-play friendly I think Magic Arena is. You don't need to pay any money at all on the game if you don't want to. And if you do want to, if you want to get ahead and basically unlock pretty much 90% of the sets that come out of all the cards in the set that you might want to play with, then spending as much as or as little as $5 a month is probably all you really need. I mean, there are people that will just throw hundreds of dollars at this game, but you don't need to. Compared to the hundreds or thousands of dollars you might pay to be able to play Magic on paper, being able to do this on Arena can cost absolutely nothing. And the only difference between owning the physical cards and being able to play on Arena is that obviously if you have the cards, you could resell them in the future, you could make a profit from selling them. Maybe, but that only really makes a difference if you're looking at it as an investor rather than just playing a game that you love. So if you just want to play the game, play Magic Arena, spend nothing if you want to, $5 a month if you really want to get ahead. And if you have too much money, then sure, throw the money at it, but you just don't need to. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know how much money you spend on the game if you want to tell me. How much you spend each month or for each new set that comes out. If you've never spent any money on the game at all and you get as much enjoyment out of the game as you want and you're completely happy paying nothing, let me know in the comments below your experiences. It'd be really interesting to find out. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. So thanks for watching this one to the end. I will see you in the next one.